filming on mic. I looked up. It's 11 and I have a lot of red on, but it's gonna make sense. So I haven't been uploading as much as I wish I had for Vlogmas because I've had 3 emotional breakdowns within this past couple of days. So I've been having breakdowns. And it's not because of Vlogmas, it's because I graduated in the midst of a pandemic. Chicago has literally no opportunities for me in my not my major, but like what I want to do in life. So I have to like raw dog it in sense of that way, because I talked, and I know before you say anything, like, do you talk to professionals? Yes, I've talked to 3. I've talked to my professor, a reporter at Univision, and a lovely editorial staff member at E from LA, and they all said the same thing: you're not gonna find it in Chicago. So I knew that was gonna happen back in high school when I watched DeLeon. I'll include her YouTube channel link here somewhere or down below. She was like the reason why I wanted to, she's not the reason why, but I watched her senior year of high school, and she talked about how she moved to LA with like no money. I think she like maxed out credit cards, but essentially she was saying how you could like essentially move to LA, and that she, you know, went to Columbia, she wanted to have her own show, kind of like Oprah, and I'll link that video down below. But essentially she like kind of went through this whole thing, and like she prayed, like she did something with sports, like the Bulls I think, and like she like did some reporting, and then, you know, someone told her from LA, like, why aren't you in LA if you want to do something creative? And she like prayed to God or something, because all her family's here, which is something that I kind of really understand. Like, my mom is here and my grandma's here, and like they're the only family I have, and like I don't have anyone in LA, so like that's scary. And I guess my dad's here, but like we're very independent with each other, so like I know I wouldn't miss him as much as I would miss my grandma and my mom. But essentially she ended up moving. She prayed and then she got this message, and so she ended up moving to LA. She's been there for 7 years, and she like is like she's never coming back. So I knew from that video that I would have to leave to LA, which is not an issue for me because I live for that city. Also, I'm just tired of Chicago. I love Chicago. I was born and raised here, south side all day, every day, but it's just not for me. And I don't feel like I'm truly myself here. I fucking hate winter. I hate winter with a passion. There's nothing I hate more than winter and the cold. And it just doesn't do well with my low anemia or iron. And so I knew I would eventually have to leave. I didn't go for college, which is one of my biggest regrets. I wish I went to school over there, but I did not have the financial means to like literally rent room and board. So then I was like, it's fine, I'll get internships. I was a finalist for a couple of them. I didn't get them, obviously, but I was a finalist for a couple of them, and like I didn't get it, so I was triggered. But then I was like, it all happened for a reason. Post-grad, and I don't have the money to move, or else I would fucking ditch right now. That, and there's also a pandemic, so I can't really move right now. But there's 2 things. Pandemic, don't have any money. So right now I'm finding jobs. Applying to jobs. And that's proving difficult because there's a lot of MMJ reporting jobs. And so if you're into journalism, or if you're wondering why I chose journalism because I didn't want to go into hardcore news or hard news. That's not what I ever wanted to do. I always wanted to do entertainment. So think of like E, Entertainment Tonight, Clever, things like that. And I wanted to be on air, and I wanted to like interview and things like that. So that's what I wanted to do. And I specifically, this is so fucked up, but I specifically Googled like Kat Sadler, Jason Kennedy, aside from Mario Lopez because he was an actor, but like those, and I saw that they went to school, you know, Chris and Colner, they went to school for journalism. So I was like, that's the major I'm gonna do. Prior to that, I wanted to do acting, and then I was like, oh, you could like, but then the whole YouTube thing happened, and like you could be on air and whatever, so we're moving past that. So then I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna major in journalism. I go to journalism in the Midwest. When you think of journalism here, you think of hard news, so you think of like community, like news about like Chicago, the city, like politics, transportation, you know, crime, whatever it is, hard news, right? And like, it's very important and I learned so much, but that's just not where my passion is, and I don't really like care for that, if that makes sense. Like, I read it, I like reading it as like a consumer, as like an audience member, like watching it and things like that, but it's just not where my passion lies. And so like I always knew, like going to school here, like I knew that I wasn't gonna get an opportunity here like for entertainment, and I knew I would have to move. No one ever like told me, and like I investigated and things, and it wasn't until like November, the month I graduated, that you would have to move to LA to like start looking for jobs, which is where we lie with the issue is I don't have money. So in the meantime, I'm YouTubing it, or YouTubing it? I'm video, whatever. And I'm promoting it on social media. So let's see how far this goes, because every time I try to upload or like market this, I delete it and then I get very bad anxiety. And I know a lot of people are like, why are you getting anxiety? I've always been an anxious person. I don't know when I lost myself and when I let fear take over. Well, no, I started YouTube in high school, and then I didn't want anyone from high school to know, so I never promoted it. Only my close friends like known that I had that. And then I got like 300 views on 2 videos, one about CNCO and then one about Zayn Malik, which was key, you know. Then I deleted all that. Then the summer before I went to Loyola, I was like, I'm gonna do a YouTube and I'm gonna be those college YouTubers. I did it for that summer, and then I just got embarrassed and I like deleted everything, and then it was a cycle of like starting, and then I was like, no, like last 2018, which is not even a year ago, I started with my best friend, and she like directed and edited things, and then I kind of like dropped it. Then 2019 was like a horrendous year. I fucking hated 2019. Then 2020, and then I was like, you know what, no, like I love you, love watching YouTube, like let me do it. So then I started it, and then now we're here and we're doing Vlogmas. A very shitty job at Vlogmas, but it's my first Vlogmas ever. And when people say that like recording and uploading is really hard, recording and uploading is really hard, especially when you're in a pandemic and you don't really have anything going on. And like I was, because I've just been crying. I've been feeling really frustrated. I've just been feeling not frustrated, like anxious, just upset with everything. I feel like I'm not at the place I wish I was at 23. And then like I have this goal of like, so then I was like, okay, I don't have the financial means to move to LA. I'm gonna save up money. So now I want a job. But like the thing here is I want a temporary job where I can like stay for a year and then like leave. And so I feel like a receptionist, COVID contact tracer, like all these things, because I don't necessarily want to stay there. I want to move. So it's just all very frustrating, and I'm very stressed out. And I'm not a famous YouTuber yet, so like technically I don't have the money. So now we're moving on to TikTok, because you might be wondering why I'm all in red. I'm obsessed with TikTok. I'm gonna plug in my little it's at Crybaby Libra 97, because I was born in 97. I'm a Libra and I'm always crying. So I thought the name fit me. What was I saying? Oh, so I was really big into fan fiction in high school, like the After series, read all the books. Then I like got older and I was like, this is an abusive relationship that I was like romanticizing, and I was like, let's not do that. But came across another Harry Styles fan fiction that was like really popular. It's called The Stall, and the theme aesthetic is all red. And I'm gonna be YN, or the character's name, and I'm recreating it for TikTok to see how many views I get, because sometimes I get views on things and like I don't try at all with them, and then I get like not as many views on things I put my soul and heart into. So that's why I'm in red, and I'm vlogging. This is Vlogmas 13. I'm taking my time with Vlogmas. I'm not gonna pressure myself. I've been going through a lot, so that's why I'm in red. Hey guys, it's been a while since I've chatted with y'all in its vlog. I forgot what day it is. Oh, yeah, right? Okay. Anyways, earlier you saw me with my makeup, and then I said I was recreating a TikTok. I finished it. It took me this long because I did in like TikTok, they don't tell you like what they're at. It's not like YouTube where you can like you know kind of essentially how they do things, and then you could go on YouTube and like be like, how do you insert a clip into your YouTube video, right? Like, it's not like that. And so with this one I really struggled, but shout out to Alani. She's my friend on Instagram, and I follow her on all socials, and she kind of told me the app she used for it, and so that's how I ended up doing it. No hairstyle works for me right now, and that's really upsetting. I finished a TikTok. I'm so nervous to post it. Like, and it's just something that this one's hitting. Like, other TikToks, I'm like, whatever, right? I feel like I worked really hard on it, and it's scaring me. Also, you get to see my whole body in it, and I'm dealing with like body dysmorphia. I don't know. I feel like some days I feel like I'm the greatest, like my body's perfection, and then some days I'm like, oh, like you don't look that great, especially in those angles. But I'm learning to appreciate my body where it is now, and to work on the areas that I'm very insecure about. That's just me though. I feel like if you're confident in your own body, that's you do that. But for me, it's a little difficult. So I'm just nervous because also I'm acting in it, and I've never acted before. I mean, I've done like funny skits, but it's never like, you know, real, and so I'm scared. I don't know if I'll upload it. I have it edited and everything. It took me forever. I even did the voiceover. So for any of you guys, if you want to know what I did, I essentially just read a chapter, or the beginning, preface, whatever you want to call it, of this fan fiction on Wattpad called The Stall, which is about Harry Styles. And it's set in Melbourne, but I didn't have an Australia accent. I did it once. It actually wasn't that bad. I'm used to like, I started off in a British accent because I used to be so into British, like it was the whole One Direction thing. And I like was practicing it. I don't know why. And then as of lately, I feel like the Australians really took over Hollywood. And so somehow my British accent just melted into an Australian accent, and I don't know how that happened. And it made me laugh, and it, you know, it was a good time, but it was definitely weird, and I don't know why I did that and the goal of it. But I refuse to I don't need my glasses. I refuse to do an Australia accent, because imagine if it's shitty and then people are gonna be like, why the fuck is she, like, you know? Anyways, that's just me today. I didn't really do anything. I worked out. I did. Again, I haven't been in the greatest of moods, so I don't want to do a workout, and like usually when I'm not in a mood for it and I do a workout, and I don't finish it, or I get tired easily, I beat myself up for it. So I was like, no. I just walked on my treadmill for 30 minutes, and then I did some Pilates, because it does a great arm workout and an ab workout and a leg workout. It does a full body Pilates. I did it on my app. And then after that, ew, I hate that. I simply just did a couple of yoga stretches, and then I was done, and I had lunch. I don't know yet. Haven't decided. Haven't really investigated. But I also want to do it for the environment and for the animals. So I tried all the milk. I don't know how I'm like rambling. I don't know. I tried everything. I've tried the flaxseed milk. I've tried cashew, almond, coconut, macadamia. Macadamia, though, it's made out of macadamia nuts, was actually really good. So expensive, and only sold at Whole Foods. And I was like, this is too much, because you finish it and then what, you know? So then one day my mother went to Aldi's. And for her milkshake, she likes to use non-dairy milk. I don't know. And she brought oat milk. And I tried it, and I was like, this is actually like really good. And then we finished that, and then we never bought it again. And then I was like, you know what? Why am I buying cashew and like almond and like those milks I don't like, when I genuinely like oat milk? So she bought me a whole jug of oat milk, and I'm really excited. For yogurt, I've been using coconut yogurt. At first I didn't like it, but then retrying it, I'm like, it's almost the same thing as plain Greek yogurt. It's like tangy, it's like soury and tangy, which is like the regular yogurt. It's just not as thick or creamy, but that's because it's made out of coconut milk. So, I mean, the flavor is good. It's lighter. I didn't get any digestive issues from it, and so you can do it as a parfait. I'm yawning so much. Anyways, that's it. I wanted to get on here and say bye, and I'll see you tomorrow.